charging less, we should choose them. Then, yeah, the benchmark performance, we should analyze the history of the company, and we should choose in the wise scenario. And the benchmark performance means, as we all studied in taxation in February 1, 2018. The stocks and shares are in a weak scenario, and the income tax department has made the date value of shares as mandatory to calculate the profits of the shares. The benchmark performance is also important, as it is also the analyzing factor. Then the funds history, whether it may be the UTA, Unit Trust of India, or SBI mutual funds, then Tata mutual funds. We should analyze the background and the history of those companies, which is also an important factor. We should consider them also. Then the diversification, and to give you more clarity about this, this is basically the portfolio management are happening in all mutual fund industries, and the diversification is more. That is, they will invest in various companies which will give return, and the return is the return will not be negative. Then the NAV, return value. The sectors, like many mutual funds are operating in the net earning value. Net earning value means the annual maintenance of assets divided by the units. That is, units means the number of mutual funds they are handling in the recent time. It should also be considered. Then the periodic review of funds. We should all review our mutual fund industries on a daily basis or a weekly basis. It also play a role. And the consistency. We should be consistently watch the market movements, and the time horizon. We should analyze the time also. We should invest we should get return in a short period, and we should select those mutual fund schemes. We should consider that also. And the overall performance, mutual fund performance, should be in a well settled manner. And before identifying these all factors, we should consider our whole goal. That is, whether we are all in the need of short-term goals or in the long-term goals. It should also be a factor in this. Then this is all about the factor. Then there are mutual fund types. There are many mutual fund types, and I basically listed these four. The types is, first of all, the open-ended. Open-ended means we can enter into the market whenever we want, and we can sell it off whenever we don't. So it is basically a stock market. We can sell our mutual fund schemes whenever we want. And then the money market funds are liquidity. It has more liquidity, and the retail investors are also more in this money market scheme. And to give more clarity about this, the money market funds are our share trading only. Then gilt fund means the government gilt fund denotes the government securities. That is, many mutual funds are investing only in the government securities and debentures. So it is also a category. Then the closed-end means it is an opposite of open-ended. If we choose a scheme in the early part of the year, means we could not sell it when we want. It leads to loss, and we should wait for the end. Then the regulations of mutual formation. There are, as in all cases, there is a regulator, and here the main constitutional objective is the regulators are there to safeguard the mutual fund investors. Then there should be a fair play in the market, as the funds are managed by the managers only in the top level. So the medium level investors will not aware of it. So there should be a fair and disciplined play. And if they maintain all those these constitutional objectives, means there will be a huge growth in the mutual fund industry. Then the SEBI priorities. the SEBI plays a major role in here also. The main priorities of the SEBI is check the integrity of sponsor. Then 40% of AMC should be maintained by the sponsor. To give sponsor means the person who takes the initiative to form the mutual fund company. Like if we take the Kotak Mahindra Motors means the Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited is his sponsor, and he should have the 40% of the money within himself before he starting. That was the concept of sponsor. Then the it all should be registered under the Mutual Trust Act 1982. Then the eligibility of trustees, as it was registered under the Indian Trust Act, there is in the background the trustee plays an important role. The trustee is appointed with the approval of SEBI, and he is appointed not to manage money, just to give trust to the public who is investing in these mutual funds. Then the trustee should provide all those informations which are necessary to the public and as per the regulations of the SEBI. And the trustee is not only in the view of not only who manages and deals with the sponsor, he is a part of a general public investor. Then the time cycle. The time cycle means this is happened again and again. This is the concept of mutual fund industry, what is going as of now. First of all, they will collect the money from the investors from us. Then this is the I termed it as the first one, and they will manage and analyze the market situations and invest wisely. And this is the second phase, and in the third phase, the invest in securities and ensures the portfolio investment, as they will diversify our investments, which leads to high returns. Then they will generate return from the investments, and they will share with us. Then the phase 5 is the return is high, and they will pass back again into the investors, and the cycle happens constantly, and it will revolve like life cycle. Then the major mutual fund industries are I pinpointed some of them. The first of all, in the public sector, the SBI mutual funds is first it was formed in the year 1987, and then ICA Prudential Mutual Fund also playing a major role. Then the Aditya Birla and Sun Life, then the Tata Mutual Funds and the Reliance Mutual Funds, and the HDFC Mutual Funds are also playing a major part in the market. Then the summary about the mutual fund concept is there will be a professional manager, as I said before. The funds are managed by the experts, and the return is the rate of return will be higher than the fixed deposit schemes and than our self investment options. Then there will be a wide choice, like we can choose the mutual fund schemes also, and it is a growth industry. There will be no such loss. Loss happens in everywhere, but the loss is very less in the mutual fund industry. Then the mutual fund sectors are also invested early in those markets, which will basically they will analyze the situation in prior itself and invest wisely. And I want to make a statement here that as I said in the before speech, Adani groups, every mutual fund investors will get an analyzed report of their mutual investment from their mutual company, and as of now, the 90% of the mutual companies in India are not invested in the Adani groups, as they thought that it was growing like a balloon, and it will burst soon. They thought like that, and they didn't even invested in the Adani groups. So it is a plus point in the mutual fund industry. Then the transaction cost reduction, like as I said before, the costs and the fees charged by the mutual fund industry was very high, and it is one of the disadvantages in the mutual fund industry. And while analyzing this point, now the index, the concept revolving around named index fund. Index fund means the investor directly invests without the help of mutual funds in the Nifty and Sensex. So we can directly invest, as the mutual fund industries will also invest in that only, invest in top 50 and 80 companies only. So we can possess that qualification capacities, basic dealing only, like we can invest it without the help of mutual fund in the Sensex and the Nifty. Then the conclusion is that the mutual fund industries are playing a great role in our daily life, and there are also disadvantages in it. As we to avoid those disadvantages, we can invest wisely by adopting the index fund concept. So the equity mutual funds are the perfect solution for those people, that is in the layman point of view, who want to own stock without doing their own research. The mutual fund industry is helping them much, and I want to end up this session by saying advertisement research that in mutual fund advertisement the last line will come. Mutual fund mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Yeah, we should consider that also. And this is all about my presentation. Thank you.